Economics. Now your topic is AC is the summation of average fixed cost and average variable cost. So here AC is the vertical summation of average fixed cost and average variable cost curve. This is the diagram where you are showing output in units and then there average cost, average variable cost, average fixed cost. Here you have to write in rupees. And this particular is not given in your Sandeep Garg book, so you have to do this from this. This is a topic from TR Jain which you have to discuss. So that is a vertical summation of average cost is a vertical summation of average variable and average fixed cost. It's a very clear diagram where this is the average fixed cost and this is average cost. Average cost is U shape. Average fixed cost is downward sloping rectangle hyperbola. Average variable cost is again U shape. This is TL is average variable cost and TL is equal to SK because SK is the difference between average cost and average fixed cost. So SK is the difference between average cost and average fixed cost, as you see, and TL is the difference between the average cost and average fixed cost. So SK here SK should be equal to TL. Now the next part, they have taken L1 unit of output. At L1 unit of output, S1 and T1, they both are, again these 2 points cover the difference between the average cost and this is average variable cost, and that is known as average fixed cost. So T1 L1 is a average fixed cost over there, and S1 T1 should be equal to T1 L1. Now next point is L2 has been taken. Now S2 and K1 should be equal to T2 and L2. Why? Because difference between average cost and average variable cost is average fixed cost. So here the formula has been discussed already, that average cost is equal to average variable cost plus average fixed cost. These are the average. So average cost is equal to average variable cost plus average fixed cost. How average cost comes? When total cost is divided by output. And how average variable cost has come? When total variable cost divided by output. And how average fixed cost come? Total fixed cost is divided by output. Now in this way all the averages are there. Now in the same way we will find the difference between the curves as we are doing with the numerical. So here the curve again I am discussing, that is average fixed cost rectangular hyperbola. Average cost is U shape. Average variable cost is U shape. Average cost is the vertical summation of average variable cost and average fixed cost. So here first at L level of output, any point you have taken, not to just at particular this point, at L level of output SK is the equal to TL. SK represent difference between average cost and average fixed cost. That is the difference is average variable cost. So SK is equal to TL because TL is also average variable cost. Now the next thing is at L1 unit of output, S1 and T1 should be equal to T1 L1. Difference between average cost and average variable cost is equal to average fixed cost, which is T1 L1. Now at L2 unit of output, S2 and K1, that is the difference between average cost and average variable cost, that is average fixed cost, that should be equal to T2 L2. So in this way you can make the diagram. And you can write down their curve. First of all, this is the question of 6 marks. This can be the question of 6 marks, where first you have to give the definition of all these three and then the formulas, how they are calculated through a total, and then the curve has been made, and then there is an explanation of curve. Like in explanation of curve that has been written, it is vertically adding up the values of average fixed cost and average variable cost, we get average cost. Average variable and average fixed cost are measured on the vertical axis, definitely. On the y-axis, when output is equal to OL, then average variable cost is LT, that have been discussed, and average fixed cost is LK over there. At L level of output, TL is the average variable cost and average fixed cost is here this KL. So KL plus TL is equal to SL. Fine. So you will see the difference. You will measure the cost vertically, means on y-axis. So that is why vertical line, on the vertical line I am measuring the average cost, average variable cost, and average fixed cost. Again at L1 level of output. So next point is given over there. In L1, ABC is L1 to T1, that is, and AFC is L1 T1, and AC is L1 T1. So here actually they have taken the just point, they have intersecting, so that is why T1 L1 represent the average variable cost, T1 L1 again represent the average fixed cost, and what is AC, that is S1 L1. summation of T1 L1 plus T1 L1 for average variable cost and average fixed cost. Now at L2 unit of output, AFC is T2 L2 and ABC is K1 L2. So there T2 L2 and K1 L2. That is average variable cost and average fixed cost. Now with the summation of this, we will find L2 S2 as average cost. So that is clear from the particular diagram that short run average cost is U-shape. It is because of the law of variable proportion. All U-shape are because of the law of variable proportion in short run. It tends to fall owing to increasing returns to factor. So for this is the first stage of production function, that is why average cost is falling, and tends to stabilize owing to the constant returns to factor. Constant returns to factor basically after increasing returns to factor. In some question it is discussed and somewhere it is not to be so. Now the next thing is there is a diminishing returns to factor, which is the reason for rising in average cost. So here you can write these two phases also, that will be okay for you, right? Now average cost curve is U-shape. Why? Because law of variable proportion. Here this is to write. First, when average cost is falling, here when average cost is falling, that is due to increasing returns to factor. When it is rising, it is diminishing returns to factor. This is the reason. The reason is increasing returns to factor, and why it is rising, the reason is diminishing returns to factor. Same reason for average variable cost and same reason for marginal cost. So basically law of production, that is law of variable proportion, this is the main reason for U-shape of cost curve. But that is not concerned with average fixed cost, so that is why average fixed cost is not falling, that is not U-shape, it is continuously falling as a rectangular hyperbola curve. All the points you will get from your book. Now this is a page NCERT 6.14. Here we are discussing the relation between AC, ABC and MC. This is also 6 marks question. So here you can make the table likewise. First you have to discuss MC, 6, 4, it is falling and then it is rising. And with the help of MC, you will calculate total variable cost. 6 for total first unit 6, then 6, 4 plus 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 9, 24, 24 plus 11, 36. In this way, you will calculate marginal cost, then total variable cost, then with total variable cost, dividing total variable cost with output, you will get the average variable cost. And here average cost, for average cost basically you have to take total fixed cost over there. Without total fixed cost, you cannot calculate total cost. So here 2 column more will be added, total fixed cost will be there. So as it has been seen that average cost they have taken directly, and this is total variable cost. Here I have taken the total fixed cost, that is 12, as per just I have calculated using all the figure. Total fixed cost is 12 rupees, and now the total cost, how you calculate the total cost, that is summation of total fixed cost and total variable cost. 12 plus 0, 12 plus 6, then 12 plus 10, 22, 12 plus 10, 15, 27, 12 plus 24, 36, and 12 plus 35, 47. And with this total cost, you will calculate average cost. How average cost is calculated? Total cost is divided by unit of output. 12 by 0, 18 by 1, 22 by 2, 11, then 27 by 3, 9, 36 by 4, 9, 47 by 5, 9.40. This is the average cost. That is also U-shape. First it is falling and now it starts to rise. Now average cost is there, average variable cost is there, marginal cost is there. So there the two figures were missing, that is total fixed cost and total cost. You should not calculate without taking total fixed cost and total cost. You should take for total fixed cost and then calculate total cost and then calculate average cost. Now this is the diagram over there, that is as per the table. So as you see, marginal cost is this and average variable cost is this and average cost is this. All the points have been taken from the table. At first level of output, marginal cost is this, and then they both are equal. Marginal cost and average variable cost both are equal, starting at the same point, and then marginal cost starts to first falling and then rise. Average variable cost be first falling and then rise. Average cost also first falling and then rise. So now what is the logic over there? Basically you have to write down the definition of all these and then the formulas, and then make this table and then make this diagram. Without table you can also make the diagram, but if you will make with table, then definitely you will get the accurate point. So here what happens that when MC is less than AC, first of all, at initial level of output, MC is less than AC and ABC both of them. With the increase in output, what happens that MC equal to ABC then MC equal to AC. So first of all MC equal to AVC, and then MC is equal to AC. As you see, when they both are cut, that means they both are equal. Fine. So MC is equal to AVC at its minimum point, and MC is equal to AC, that is also at its minimum point. MC is equal to AC at the minimum point of AC. MC is equal to AVC at the minimum point of AVC. So MC is more than AC and AVC. Fine. After that, after cutting AVC, it is more than AVC. After cutting AC, it is more than AC. So after when marginal cost cuts AC and AVC at its minimum point, then marginal cost become bigger than the point, bigger than this particular curve after cutting the point, and here also MC is more than AC. So AC is greater than AVC always. Why? Because AC is a summation of AVC and AFC, so AC is greater than AVC. The vertical distance between the AC and AVC is, that is AFC, that we have discussed just before in the question, where AC is a vertical summation of AVC and AFC and AVC, yani average fixed cost and average variable cost. AC and AVC never intersect each other. Definitely they can't, because the AFC will always present between them. AFC cannot be 0. AFC will be with some minimum point, but it can't be 0. As we have discussed when we discussed the AFC is a rectangle hyperbola, it will never touch its x-axis, because AFC can't be 0. Why AFC can't be 0? Because AFC comes from TFC by output, and TFC can't be 0. TFC, even at 0 level of output, it is with means it is with great amount, and but after that, after when the increase in output, then the AFC starts to decreases, as we have discussed when we discussed the diagram of AFC. So AC and AVC never intersect each other. Now the next thing is AC and AVC are U-shaped. Definitely we know, due to law of real proportion. Marginal cost is also U-shaped due to law of real proportion. MC curve cuts AVC and AC at their minimum point, and the minimum point of AC lies always to the right of the minimum point of AVC. That is right side, right to the minimum point of AVC. So this is the relationship between AC, AVC and MC that you have to discuss. With definition you have to write first of all, then formulas, and then this you have to write over there. Right? Now the next question is, what is the relation between AC and MC? So AC you have to calculate with total cost, and MC is there. And this is the first stage, second stage, third stage that they are discussing phase when MC is basically MC is more than AC. When MC is more than AC, here MC is less than AC, that is here it happens, and they both are equal now, and then it will happen. So this is the basically the behavior of AC and MC, which changes, and the name has been given as phase. So when AC is more than MC, likewise you can see as 1, 2, 3 up to before 4 unit of output, this is AC, that is more than MC. You will just sort out the AC and MC with the same trend as has been told to you. The formulas you will use here. AC is more than MC. When AC is more than MC, then AC will fall. When AC will fall, then at minimum point MC cuts AC, and after that, when MC is more than AC, then AC starts to rise. That means when margin is more than average, then average start to rise. When margin is less than average, then average starts to fall. That happens with every margin and average. Fine. So this is the marginal cost and average cost behavior that you have to discuss. Here you can use the table. If you don't want to use the table, you can make without table also, but in the same shape. And this is the point which you have to write. Then when MC is less than AC, then AC starts to fall. When MC is more than AC, then AC starts to rise. And at minimum point, MC cuts AC. This is the diagram which you have to write. And here when MC is less than AC, the same thing are written over there. Then AC with the increase in output till third unit of output falls, and then MC is equal to AC. When MC and AC curve intersect each other at point, and it is constant at its minimum point, MC is more than AC, AC rises with the increase in output. That's you have to write in the same way. Right? This is the nature of margin and average always. Now the next thing is relation between marginal cost and average variable cost. In the same way you have to take the marginal cost and average variable cost. They share also the same relation. When MC is less than average variable cost, then AC starts to fall. When MC cuts AC at its minimum point, and when MC is more than average variable cost starts to rise. The same relation they are having as we have discussed in marginal cost and average cost case. Here also the point has been taken through the table. So when the question when it is asked that make a diagram with the table, then you must have to make the table, but otherwise it is up to you whether you want to make the diagram with table or not. Otherwise you have to make the diagram with yourself. Likewise you can make without table. This is average variable cost and this is marginal cost. So here I just made the diagram. Minimum point I have taken over there, and here it is the cut point. So this is the diagram I have made without table. In this way you also make the diagram. You can also make the diagram. Fine. Here you will take the output, here cost in rupees. Fine. So this is the question. These are the question which you are to do